Bum, 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 bum. Yo. Yo. Oh, is it not working? What's my Elgato doing? Deactivate. Activate. Hello? Deactivate. Activate. There we go. Let's see if that works. If not, we're going straight Pale Tools today. I don't know what's going on. How you guys doing today? Welcome to the stream. Alright, we'll pop that out. The stream's working, but the Elgato isn't. Let's see. Deactivate. Should cause it to go completely black. And then activate. I don't know what's going on, man. Alright, we'll do this. We'll turn off my PlayStation. Completely. Oh no, I was just in Ultimate Team. Dude, this is going to be the worst start to a stream ever. I was just in Ultimate Team, so now it's going to tell me I'm not logged out. Oh gosh, dude. What a long day this is going to be. Anyways, how's it guys going? Hopefully you're having a good day. Did United blow the lead, or are they victorious now? It's still saying 1 moment, please. Is there hope? Maybe if we delete the Elgato altogether. Let's try that. We're going to try that. We're going to delete the Elgato. So we're going to remove this. Are you sure you want to remove the Elgato? Yes. Then we're going to go to sources, game source, add. We're going to call it Elgato, add. Wait. Oh, this is now above everything else. I was like, why is it showing this? Capture any specific window? No, that's not the... That's not it either. Oh man, okay. Let's try game capture. Elgato. Capture it. That's not the thing either. Oh my gosh, dudes. We might just be cooked. One more try. Add new source. Video capture. Capture card. Elgato. Yes. Please load now, Elgato. Pretty please. Dude, what is going on? Alright, screw it. We're not doing this today. Alright, we're hopping straight to Paletta. Sorry about that, boys. Some days, you know, it's just not the day. Today's one of those. Let us open chat real quick. Pop that out. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see this, okay? While we wait, I need to brag a little about a crazy good investment I did. I bought 1,300 anchors for 800 coins on average, 200 hunters for 3,500, 100 shadows for 3,500. Already started selling stuff. 1.2 mil investment, 1.4 million profit. W, man. I remember you telling me about that. That was sick. Okay. Let's keep grinding, dudes. We should have a ton of runs today. Should be endless. We haven't even opened up the packs yet from them. We're just gonna straight continue to craft. Should we get down to a mil again? We got 24 runs done so far today. Wait, could we do 100? It's not gonna let us stream on console today, I don't think. So if we get bid banned, we're cooked. But until then, we're cooking. Alright, so we need him still. Or him still. Striker, cam, center back, boom. Alright, that one's done. Now this one. Chuck in some lower rateds. Here we go there. This is how we start flying, boys. This is when the grind really starts going. We haven't even done the dailies yet. Alright, goalie. Striker, CDM, good there. Boom. Alright, we might be getting low on... No, we're not. Thought we were getting low on silver commons, maybe. Perfect there. That works. Done again. Look how quickly we're moving. Other one done there. Not enough. CDM, striker. We still need cam. Boom! Done again. All right. Can we start pulling things from here? Not yet. We're not low enough rated. We can pull from here. We're starting to put some things back in the club. Let's do the dailies, because we haven't done these yet. Do the silver. Alright, that's being tough loading again. Alright, 1 second, boys. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now we can store. Perfect. Alright, we'll send more there. I think we'll start getting low on probably the La Liga Hypermotion cards first. And then we'll have to adjust. Dude, everything's not working. Alright, move those around. Striker. Left wing. There. Center back, center back. All right, another one done. Dude, we might actually set a record today. Submit. You 2 bronzes? Yes. Perfect. And those again. Can I get away with 2 70s? We can. Alright. Perfect again. Run it back. And you can just see how quickly this process starts going once you really get into it. Alright, we'll finish the daily silver upgrades. Completed. Where are these at? Bronze players. Multiple live-in suds, beautiful. Oh yeah. Okay, now we move to daily common gold. Pop these in. Just like that. That's done. Okay, so we got a few options. We can start stockpiling gold player packs right now. I'm not going to touch them at the moment because we're doing the mix, so we don't need them. How are we doing with golds in our club, though? I think I still have some tradable. $420 commons. 223 rares. Okay. High to low. Yeah. We got some still. Okay. Keep chucking in the club. We'll keep buying more stuff when needed. So I'm going to attempt today. Should we see if we can get to... We're at 29 runs. Once we start getting low, we'll start stockpiling again, but we should see if we can push 50. I think it's 100% possible. Left back, striker, cam. Go. Hit it again. Alright, we can check in some BPM, we can check in some bidding. I really want to do buy nows today to show you guys kind of what that looks like. Paying a little bit more to speed up the process. But in my opinion, it's 100% worth it when you're doing like 50 to 100 in a day. Is that not enough? There we go. Alright, we're still doing well in silver rares. Ratings of the silver rares are dropping a little though. We'll have to restock that. G Mumbo, people are really stupid. Now when the game is dead, people start to do the league SBCs and therefore the players in the mix have skyrocketed. Which in particular have skyrocketed? Prices have been standard today. Or are you on PC? There. Gold players in Spanish 2, for example, is doubled. You don't have to use gold players at all for Spanish 2. I do not recommend it unless you pack it. We have a Japan managers. They're 5K. Are they actually? What came out that made it 5K? I have a few. Let's go. Easy 10K. Light work, baby. Watch the other one not sell. And it goes for 150 open bid. Hasn't gone yet. Hasegawa SBC. Nice. Okay. We are now still good. But getting lower. So let me show you guys what we do when we're getting low. We'll start seeing some different fronts get low. Like right now, my MLS players, my silver rares and silver commons and golds are diminishing. So we have a few options. We can continue going lower into my silvers if I keep the gold commons high, which I have enough silver rares in my club where that's probably not a bad idea. So I'm going to start buying some of the 78s and 77s. We're also running low on, looks like League 2. and hypermotion. This is another one we'll have to pay attention to. So we'll have some that are League 2, higher rated. We can just pop in there. Good way with the rating. Move things around. CDM, center back. Cam, yes. Alright, we'll just take that. But here, in particular, this is where you see the 72 rating. So, a few different things I'll do here. If I'm mainly doing the MLS League and I really want to rinse these down even more, I'll sometimes start using golds that I have for Championship. Just throw an additional one, especially if they're untradeable. That way I'm really working down what we have. Yeah, thank you for that. I didn't have any idea there, 5K. I would have quick sold it because it was less than 200 coins. Wasn't even going for 200 by now earlier. See, even as someone who spams BPM, if I'm not on it, new content or paying attention, I can even miss stuff. Happens to everybody. All right, that one's done. Okay, so these are the two we're down on. So this is how I'm going to run this. We're going to put more stuff in the club. Both of these areas. That will help restock. But if you have room on your transfer list, I'd recommend going like this. So we're going to go MLS. You can pick like 3 individual players if you want. I just look for the ratings. So I'll pick up some 76s, some 77s. Not that I'm trying to avoid the 75s, but they're not as needed right now. As you see here, you can see what's grayed out you already have, what's not grayed out you don't have. Some of these glitch though, or it might not be 100% accurate for the ones that are lit up. You might actually have those. Mumbo, what's up, buddy? We'll pop some of these in. I see more 77s. I'll chuck a couple up. As you see, I still have a lot of the 75s. That's also why we don't have to go crazy on that. All right, we're good there. Any other managers high? Ecuador ones. I'm the dude who's starting to save till Team of the Year now. Only have 18K coins. Do I do League SBCs or what? If you haven't seen any of our League SBC videos, I highly recommend you take a look in our description. If you want to see how we make unlimited mixed and how you can start building that up, that's going to be a great video for people with low coins. But in general, if you use any of our trading tips or any of our methods involving League SBCs, there's no real reason you shouldn't. You should never really be under 50 to 100K, especially with the amount of daily stuff you get. How good things like BPM can be. Almost everyone here should have the ability to be over 100K and stay above 100K, which is just going to make everything even easier, especially when you're trying to save packs and go completely in bulk. All right, so we were low on, what did I say? Hypermotion too, right? So we'll do Binos for hypermotion. So if I watch your vids, I'll be okay. If you watch our vids, you get an understanding of how to do the method to save coins and make coins. So if you don't know how to do that, even if you're doing League SBCs right now, regardless of how many coins you have, you're probably wasting coins in areas that you don't even realize and not stretching your packs out as far as they could go in terms of making coins as well. So yes, I would 100% recommend watching it to not only get a baseline of how we do the League SBC, but with the amount of coins you have, some workarounds, how to make coins in each section, how to look for filters, how to invest if the prices fluctuate. For example, if Saudis are 300 to 350 one day and then the next you can win them easily on bid for 150, might be a good idea to club stock for 150. What video do you recommend I start with? How to make unlimited mixed leagues would be the one I'd start with. But honestly, I'd watch all of them. If you're interested in BPM, we have BPM videos. If you're interested in the premium, we have a premium video. This menu grind is insane. That one's really good to show you how to really start recycling. We just had one go out yesterday that was us doing over 200 league SBC runs and making pure profit. And now potentially bringing that to 500 to 1,000 for pure profit. Even with being super, not lazy with their buying, but being more expensive with the things we pick up in bulk like this. Just buying out and stuff. Being a little bit more wasteful, I should say. And in the process, getting Eusebio. Getting Iniesta. Untradeable for both of those. And just endless fodder, too. And all while saving packs for Team of the Year. We're getting close to 1,000 packs already. So I'll usually, when it comes to buying these, 67 is usually my cutoff point. If you put in some 67s, you can get away with some bronzes if you're using bronze rares. And then you can get away with some like 69s and 70s. I wouldn't go all the way down to 65, and I wouldn't just buy like 70 pluses. If you do stick to 70 pluses, feel free to throw in bronzes as well. You can get quite a few in, I've noticed. Brazilian managers were 200 coins 1 month ago. They're now 3,500. Yeah, man. It's really easy to make coins on managers. But if you're spamming BPM, you're always getting them, so you don't even need to invest. Be back after I watch them. Sounds good, buddy. We'll be here for about 2 hours today. Hopefully we can get our Elgato working, man. I think I have to restart the stream if I want it to work, so we might not be going to console today at all. Which honestly isn't a bad thing. Now you can see like in real time what this grind looks like in terms of restocking. Going from bids to buy nows, making more packs. So we're not going to go insane in terms of doing it in a row. Usually I would sit there and win hundreds of cards before we go back in. But to avoid a bid ban or a buy now ban, we're just going to keep things moving a little bit more. As you see there, already using higher ratings. Brilliant. Very curious to see how many more I have in the Saudi-Romanian League section. Because this one's my favorite to buy in bulk. Alright, goalie. We still have over 1.2 mil. I kind of want to spend another 200k on this. Striker, right back, left back. Good there. Oh. We'll refresh that again. And we keep it going, boys. Just like that. If we want to throw in some BPM and upgrades too, we could. I don't think I have a lot of silver upgrades today. To be honest, I haven't spammed BPM yet. What's happening with my mouse, man? Everything's slow today. Cold. Do you quick sell tradable off-league silvers when you open packs? Yes and no. Okay, we're low in Saudi and Romanian League now. Cold. Yes and no. We club stock and try to... We club stock tradable ones and try to sell them for at least 200 coins rather than just quick selling when we have a lot of open room on our transfer list and we need things to list throughout the day to double the coins we can make on them. But when you do it so insane in bulk, there will reach a point where it makes more sense just to back off a little bit. and just quick sell them. But it's always nice to have the option. That's also too where the how wasteful you want to be comes in. Some people want to go more wasteful, some people want to go less wasteful. We're trying to find the limit now to how we can be even more wasteful and still make coins. And if we can find a true break even, that'd be really impressive. And I don't know if you guys have seen this in streams. I think I covered it in a video or two before as well. But I find, especially when you're using Pale Tools, if you're on console, mass bid on League SBC cards, store in your club. If you get dupes, just throw them on your transfer list, and then get as close as you can as a full 50 on your transfer targets, and constantly just chuck stuff back in your club after you used it. I just stockpile a bunch of this. I don't like when I'm doing League SBCs, especially if you have hundreds of thousands of coins. I don't like too many things being listed. I like most of the space, allowing me to easily make more packs, and then we flip the switch and we go back to the other grind eventually. So here's now an example of something I'll spend a little bit more on. So how much are Saudis going for? 200, but I'm not going to be able to get them in super bulk. So instead of bidding 200, I'll just do buy now for 200 eventually. We're going to look at the Romanian League first though. If the Romanian League has a bunch more open for 200, they don't. Okay. So both of these will just have to do 250. So again, this is a perfect example. If you can do 150 open bids when they're cheaper, or if you can do a 200 open bid rather than a 50, you're going to be saving thousands of coins per run in each of these sections combined. But when you're not caring as much about the coins, you want to make more faster, this definitely helps speed up the process. So we're not going to go too crazy right now. We'll go probably a few minutes in. See how many cards we can pick up. Also, too, we should see how many runs we're already at today. So we're currently at 36 runs. I really think we could get 100 in a day. I think it's possible. Not today, but give me a weekend day. Player picks out. We could go unlimited unassigned. If you go unlimited unassigned, though, you got to make sure you do it well in groups. Otherwise, some cards are going to hide behind other cards, and you could screw yourself and not have enough things to keep going. I did that with over 600 cards, and I got too many MLS Silver Commons, and behind it were all my Bundesliga 2 open bids. I just couldn't get to them, so I had to make another unassigned, unlimited unassigned with a player pick, and then I had to go to the club and just do the buy now method through the squad and send them to the club. Yeah, you also could do BPM with us. In our mix video, we talk about how I usually like club stocking before we do BPM. That way, the harder to get ones, you'll get over time, but a lot of the easier to get ones, you'll get constant dupes that you can sell right away for profit. Or just chuck on your transfer list to use again. Either way. Okay. We might be getting close to a bid ban, so let's stop for now. Let's keep this going. That's enough there. Hit it again. Striker, left back, boom. Literally cooking. Another mind game I'll play when it comes to making these in bulk, if you're trying to get to the point where you're making 25 to 50 a day, is instead of doing little bits of each section, I would just focus like 5 to 10 minutes on one section, then move to the next. So get like a few hundred Saudi Romanian League cards. Go do some chores or something if it's the weekend. Go play squad battles. Go do your foot champs and lose to an absolute sweat who just got player of the month Pina and is just absolutely bending you over. And then come back and then do 50 to 100 of a different one. And then once you do that throughout the day, you'll very easily get to a point where you have basically not every card from a league, but a lot of cards from leagues. And then once you start opening the tradable and untradable packs, you'll get even more of those cards back too. And you just keep going it over and over. It never ends, man. I want to take this to its absolute limit. I want to go even further. Payload Tools times FC Enhancer and Auto SBC is so good. LOL. All right, that's low again. So again, we're going to go to the championship. Now, I like mainly using just MLS cards. There's nothing wrong if you want to put in filters where you're getting a lot of championship in there too. You'll usually have, if you pick one or the other league, you'll constantly be stockpiled for the other league. So whenever I do get low, I do like switching over and just by hand put in a bunch of these in whenever I'm getting low on stuff. Like if I'm low on some silver rares and I don't want to resupply yet or I'm bid banned, I'll just pull from here to keep going. Recommended SBC per hour is 90, per day is 300. Is this true? Why would you say recommended per day? That's interesting. Why would you say recommended? FC Enhancer limits? Why is there limits? It's kind of interesting. Warnings? Oh, there's warnings. Why would there be a warning? Huh. That's weird. Is it trying to maybe stop people from doing it? Could there be a reason? I don't know. So basically, do the league SBCs by bidding, putting into mixed premium, and you can profit by bidding 150 and selling for more. Maybe keep tradable players you get. That is one minute detail of the grind, yes. The grind is a much more in-depth than that. That's the bare minimum basic of trying to get as cheap as possible. Yes. That is like step 1 of 500. As you keep going through the videos, you'll see more and more things that you can tack on. Like you can add BPM as an element. So you get the tradable bronzes, you get crazy managers, you get bronze upgrades, you get other league SBCs you can do. You can add dailies in. You can do buy nows to get more in your club. Untradable packs and tradable packs. You can pack informs promo cards. You can recycle those into more league SBCs, more dailies, maybe player picks, things like that. Get a ton of fodder along the way. Start doing fodder sections to get icons and other player SBCs done. Start getting better tradable packs from those. You get some things back. You're getting tradable gold commons and gold rares. Some days they're bare minimum, not selling for that. Other days they're SBC solutions going for thousands. Same with the silvers. It's a lot more to it than just simply bidding under the buy now. But yes. How can I get 50K? No, the quickest way possible. I would take a look at our trading playlist, buddy. Live in said method works really well. Personally, my favorite. But I think you're asking the wrong question. You're asking, how do I get 50K the quickest way possible? I would be asking the question, how do I get above 50K and never get below it again? Because the more coins you have, the easier it is to make coins. Alright, can we do a few bronze upgrades? What do we got left over? Okay. Silver upgrades. Boom. How about gold upgrades? Anyone else not really in the mood to do player picks this week? Because my team is not good enough? I meant in terms of just like wanting to put everything into League SBCs and gold upgrades. But that's a fair point too. Alright, we're out there. We're good there. Let us keep doing this. Okay, we're now officially low on Bundesliga 2s. So we can restock there. Low on League 2s again. Hypermotion. But MLS, we should be getting more too. Over time. Awesome. So this would usually be where I go to console. Just kind of do a restock as well. Let's start here. Do the buy nows again. So again, for Hypermotion 2, I usually do 67s and above for the silvers. You don't necessarily need to. You can do higher if you want. You could mix it with some lower, but the reason I don't do 65s and 66s is usually there's plenty of bronzes in my club, tradable and untradeable, that we get that I'll put in instead. Restock on console is better than Pale Tools. There's pros to each one of them. For me, when you have a full transfer list open and you're trying to bounce between different leagues on open bids, I personally prefer console a lot more, because bids and buy nows basically count towards the same soft limit on web app companion app / Pale Tools. So when you're constantly doing buy nows and bids on here, you're more likely to get that soft band quicker, which I'd much rather keep as best as I can Pale Tools for buy nows, because the beautiful way to see if you have the card or not is not as easy to do on console. The closest thing to do on console for that would be to do from in club and then send to club if you do the transfer market through the squad. But it won't tell you if you have a card or not. It'll just say store in club, or if it's a dupe, you can put in your unassigned and then move it to your transfer list eventually. Okay, I'm going to try to get on my Elgato again. Let's see if this is working now. Deactivate. Activate. Nope. I think I have to restart the stream if I were to get on there, and I don't want to do that. So looks like today's just going to be a Pale Tools day, boys. Which, by the way, how many are we on now? We are on 39 runs. So if we could start stocking to get to 50, that'd be sick. Also having small silver players packs being bought, built out. Dailies getting built out. Wonder how long it will take till we have 1,000 small rare gold players packs. I think I can do it. I believe in myself. Are French managers up or nope? Oh, I listed for 950. Unbelievable. West manager. We'll do 17 hundo. Korea manager. Beautiful. We'll do 2400. Every time we get a few managers, makes me just want to sit and do BPM for hours and spam then. So nice. Another lib. Some more libs and suds. I'll have to take a look at how many we're at for those as well. Alright, let's hope we're not banned. Can we go back to these? Yes, okay. So we're just going to hone in on this section for now. Like I said, we want to push another 10 to 11 runs to get to 50. The way we're going to do that is just stockpiling as many as we can. You'll need probably roughly about 7 per run. 8 on the highest, because you have the 2 bronze rares you'll be using. And usually some other bronzes in your club. Membo, new subscriber, been enjoying your content. Do you think BPM is worth it if I have 1 mil, or should I just buy the players to do League SBC? Welcome, buddy. Glad to hear, man. I guess the question would be, when you say, is it worth it? What do you mean by is it worth it? Because if you already have over 1 million coins, you're at no fear of running out anytime soon. And you would see well in advance if like you were going a super negative direction. The only difference between kind of whether you do all BPM, all buyout, or a mix of the two would be truly how fast you're trying to get to open packs. If your main focus is just the mix and you're doing the mix into the premium and you want to make a lot of premiums through the mix, I think sitting there and spamming buy nows and bids, especially for like the first 25 to 50, works really well. BPM to fill in the cracks and start getting a lot of other stuff too is really nice, especially building up bronze upgrades to get a lot of lib and suds. I highly recommend as a part of a daily grind. But if you're trying to take it to the absolute extremes, which, a little sneak peek, I'm going to try to get to 0 coins and see how many tradable packs I can save up, and then mass spam our tradable packs to see how many coins we get back to liquid at some point with this method, just to take it to its absolute extremes. But yes, long story short, pros and cons to each. I would recommend a little bit of both. Especially right now too. If I'm starting to get bid banned, or I'm not able to do the buy nows because I'm on Pale Tools a lot, it might make sense to switch back and forth between the two. Especially if you don't have access to console. If you're watching a movie and you're looking for something to do, this is the perfect example of like when to switch back and forth. And if you can beat the bid ban before it even happens, do like 25 to 50 players, go open some bronze packs, do a few bronze upgrades, try to do a section. If you have access to console, switch to console quick, do like 200 to 300 bids there, club stack a ton of stuff, and keep it going. Oh, Japan. Managers. Most recent. W Boys. My only gripe with the compare price on here is I wish it put the if it's extinct, I wish it put a minimum on there, 4,900. Thanks, no problem, buddy. Let me know if you have any other questions, because like you're getting to the point where it gets very niche with how you might want to do things. which differs from like the overall public. Like the guy in here earlier, Ron, he has less than 50K and he's trying to build up packs for Team of the Year. So like his goal is not only to make packs and save packs, he wants to make coins at the same time. So for him, he has to be very strategic with how he sets up and really take advantage of all the daily stuff and not miss out on a single coin. Meanwhile, you and me, the more coins we have, even if we spend, let's say, another additional 1,000 per run because we're doing buy nows instead of bids, the amount of bulk we're going to be able to get on a day-to-day basis, on a week-to-week basis, a month-to-month basis, it's going to be enough tradable and untradable packs that we spam over time, where we're going to hit informs, we're going to hit walkouts, we're going to hit promo cards, we're going to hit icons. If you're me, you're going to hit a Eusebio from one of the worst possible League SBC packs, untradable, and play like 2 games with them and then never touch him again. And usually if you take it to its extreme with that, all the off-league cards that you're putting into other upgrades, the marquee matchups you're doing for tradable packs each week, other daily SBCs, Evos that come out that send certain stuff up. If you're storing all silvers and golds in your club instead of just quick selling the off-league ones, you'll occasionally have stuff come out that was struggling to sell for 200. It's now 2K. And you get the benefit from that too. Meanwhile, someone else who's maybe not having as many coins, they want as many of those coins as liquid as possible, as early as possible. Alright, let's start doing some these silver player packs. We got 10 already getting League SBC cards. W. Love to see it. Another League 1 card. We're getting a little low on those untradeable. That's nice. Okay, let's do our 611 gold player packs as well. Now we're going to start getting a lot of dupe storage filled up, which is a good problem to have. Make some more gold upgrades. Finish the rest of the dailies too. Okay, perfect. So for gold commons, when it comes to in your dupes, if you want to be very specific and not use League SBC cards, even in your dupe storage, that's fine. I usually, unless it's a lib or sud, allow myself the freedom just to chuck in whatever is in dupe storage. That way it frees up room a lot faster. Perfect. Okay, those are done. Open those up. Where are those at? Got 6 of these too. And you can go the player pick route, especially after your dailies, if you want to use some of your gold rares on there. But I would highly encourage, if you're trying to get the most packs from your packs, into more packs, into more packs, into more packs from the packs of the packs, from the more packs of the packs of the packs, I would just keep this grind going nonstop, personally. What do we got from Lib? I think rating will be good. You think I should sell all my gold rares, 82 pluses, now that they're selling for 950-ish? I would sell all your tradable golds in general. Gold rares, gold commons. Silvers, especially if they struggle to go for more than discard are things I keep because they're easy to just consistently have to do more League SBCs with. But yeah, I would, to maximize coins, 100% sell those. That's done again. Now we see more Raiden. Perfect. All right, just Raiden again. Still not enough. Bundesliga. 77. Oh. Serie A. There we go. And we only need 3 rares. We'll chuck that in, move things around. Goalkeeper, cam, striker. Boom, we're done there. '72. 73. 74. Boom. We're done with those again. Again, we're doing this all without really touching any of these packs yet. We're building up a crap ton that's going to allow us to continue to make more into a recycle. So everything you're seeing so far today is still very minimal in terms of the steps of this whole grind. Oh, we're soft banned. Can we do the watch list method? Okay. BBM time. Do you play Weekend League? I could. I just choose not to. I don't see any benefit to it, personally. I don't see, to be honest, I'm starting to get to the point where I see very little benefit of gameplay in general for almost anything. Obviously, there's an extreme of either case. Too much menus, too much gameplay. Try to find the happy balance that works for you, but for me, especially as a content creator known for the menus, gameplay is not what people are interested in outside of some games here or there. How about you guys? You guys still playing Weekend League or pushing in Div Rivals? Gauntlet's worth? I would agree. Things like Gauntlet can be worth it. But even then, I would still try to find ways to min-max. If it's going to be something where you have to play like 20 games, you have to win almost every single thing to sweat out in Ultimate Reward, it becomes the most sweaty game mode. Probably not even worth it for whatever the reward is, but if it's easy, just like games played, goals scored, and you only need to win like half, go for it. But my logic is usually I can make more coins and I can make better pack odds on the menus than any time spent in gameplay. The reason I say pack odds is not like quality of pack. There might be a better quality of pack that's a single pack for like 30 games played. But meanwhile, we're able to make endless 45k packs. In the same amount of time it takes to play a game, we could maybe get 10 to 15 League SBC runs done. I just put a Korean manager back in my club again. Keep doing that, dude. Oh. Not gonna lie, I'm getting to the point with bronze rares as well. Are we soft banned from making packs too? Oof, dudes. Another sud. Alright, let's take a look at how many living suds we still have. Okay, so we could do another 2 runs probably. Was that really a ban? Yeah. Okay, dudes, I was gonna finish another 10 plus runs so we could get to 50. We can't use our Elgato right now unless we restarted the stream to get on console. So instead what I'm going to do, since we can't make packs, can't really open packs and recycle, we can't bid. That was an hour of just kind of our grind. We showed kind of every segment of what you can do. Not necessarily cut corners, but speed it up a little bit. You saw my transfer list. You saw my transfer targets. You saw some BPM. You saw how we'd buy things for the club. You'd see how we'd start to recycle. And obviously, if we start going through all this other stuff, it'd be even more things back. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to go work out now. I'm going to off stream, get on console, and make a bunch more League SBCs as well. We'll get a bunch of cards on bid. We'll club stock. We'll get it ready to go. We should be well over 50 for tomorrow. I'm not going to promise I'm going to push for 100, but we'll try to get as close as we can to 75 again. And for tomorrow's stream, aka Tuesday, we're going to spam open packs that we made and then show you what that process looks like of a recycle. So if you guys haven't seen our videos yet, or you're not familiar with the grind, or you're looking for kind of in real time what it looks like, me talking it out, that's what the plan will be for tomorrow. So, as always, if you did enjoy, smack the like button, subscribe if you're new. Yeah, we're going to leave it there. It's been your boy Mumble Elite. I'll see you guys Tuesday, 4 hours after new content. God bless. Peace.